Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. An absolute monster beast of a blade. Now, this one's a little different. This one was designed by my guy Jasen Fleming over at Straight Edge Knives. Straight Edge Knives, Jasen Fleming, phenomenal dude, phenomenal brother in the blade. He's just a good dude, man. I mean, he really is. Jasen come up with this, and he came up with an EDC version of this. Now, this particular knife doesn't have a name to my knowledge, so we're going to call it the Monster because that's exactly what it is. Now, it was built by JS Knife Works. You can find them, JS Knife Works, over on Facebook. Make sure you check them out. Listen. I have to hear shit and take shit about who's scared of every knife and all that. No, I don't. No, actually, I don't. I don't love every knife. If I did, you'd see Benchmade Nessie on the channel. Well, I slipped, but there's some knives I don't like. So I'm going to have what I like on the channel. That made people mad. Get over it. Here's what I'm telling you. I love this knife. Would I carry this knife? Listen to me. This is not an EDC. But here's the thing. Here's why I really started this channel. If you want to know the truth, I wanted to take the term wall hanger and throw it out the damn window. It doesn't matter what everybody else would do with it. I would use it. I'm not saying I'd EDC it, but it's fun. It's well built. It's made out of 1095 steel. It's American made, by God. Screw them commies. It's just badass. It's sharp as shit. Now, here's the thing. When I started this video, I always start with cutting paper. I always do. It just kind of gives us an idea where the edge is. And I'll be honest with you, I thought, well, it's sharp. It's sharp, but that's where I was going to leave it. I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't until we got out here at Kirk's, and I think I just said it right there. This thing's sharp as shit. They did a phenomenal job on the edge, man. It is a sharp beast, and it kind of gets better and better and better and better as you go. Now, somebody had asked you, Scab, what would you do with it? I'd have fun with it. Good God, man. Listen, if I wanted to sit around with a 5-inch belt knife and a slip joint and all that shit, and that's it, that's all I ever did, well, I wouldn't even have started a channel. Now, in my pocket is 2 slip joints. I've got a 5-inch belt knife on in the video here. I love them both, but understand, I love all knives. I get passionate about all knives. Why? Because the goal is not really to review it. If you want the honest to God truth, you're either going to buy it or you ain't. Yeah, it's just like subscribing. You're either going to subscribe or you ain't. I'm not here to talk you into the shit. I'm really not. But when we find a great American maker, and then just listen, I've never in my life, and I've been doing this almost 4 years. Well, I've never in the time I've been on YouTube heard one person utter one bad thing about Jasen Fleming. He hooked me, Donnie, and Joe up last year at Blade. He introduced us to some guys from Tops. That's a fact. Willingly did it. Was as friendly to us as he could be, and he didn't know us from Adam. He has been a friend and a brother, and anything I post on Instagram, Jasen shares. So yeah, I'm going to get excited about the stuff he sends. Why? Because Jasen's also a knife maker. He gifted me a knife he made, and there will be a video on that coming up. But I like the mindset here. This is a post-apocalyptic knife. It just is. I'm not here to tell you take it camping. That's not what I'm even saying. Would I? I think I'm going to this fall. And I'll do some chopping, I'll do some cutting, I'll do some things, and I'll try to get a skill set with it. But the thing is, it's just badass. Let me give you some specs on it. The maker, and I do not want to overlook the maker. The maker is JS Knife Works. Again, you can find them on Facebook. The steel we're working it with is 1095. It's 1/4-inch blade stock. The overall length is 17 and a half. That is a monster blade. The blade length is 12 3/16 inches. The beautiful thing here is the cutting edge is 12 3/16 inches. The blade width, this is where this thing gets slicey as hell, is 2 15/16. Now guys, I did a little tip testing there, but again, and I want you to listen to me. Tip testing is one of the most subjective things, and yes, I cut my finger, I don't give a shit. One of the most subjective things you can do. Why? Because I'm not here to show you how strong, oh, Scab, you should have wrenched it. Why? So I can break it? You can look and see old Scab's pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you couldn't, you can here. My goal is not to come out here and show you how strong I am. We're 20 years past that. If I was going to do that, I'd have started a YouTube channel when I was powerlifting. I'm not interested in that. So I'm finding my weight, and the tip held up well. I'm just going to be honest with you. And the construction holds up well here. That's a damn petrified log, son. And we're just beating the ever-living shit out of it. Didn't roll it, didn't chip it, if there's some micro stuff, maybe. But I'm not here to pull out a magnifying glass. I'm not Sherlock Holmes of the knife world. I can just tell you it cut before, it cut after, and it keeps on cutting. Why? The heat treat's well done. The edge geometry's on point. Everything is done right. Before anybody asks me, the 2 notches up top, they're sharp. I don't know if they're made for like stripping sinew. I don't know if they're for making cordage or cutting fence. I'm not sure. Jason will have to answer that. But when I was stabbing that foam backing up front, you could hear it rip. That's why I turned the volume up there. Here we're going to get on this dunnage. Now, the one thing that I was impressed with because of the weight is the balance. Now, the weight of this thing is 1 pound, 14 ounces. It is a beast, but here's the deal. It don't feel that heavy. It really doesn't. They did an absolutely amazing job. Now, it's weight forward. I'm not here to insinuate that it's well balanced and all that. It's well balanced to weigh 1 pound, 14 ounces, if that makes sense. Okay? Again, this ain't your bushcrafty thing. This is an apocalyptic monster. And look again, look at the cutting. Now, that dunnage is pressurized pine, and it's not as hard as one of those big 4x4s. We know that. We've proved that a million times through the 30 chop challenge. Now, right here, we're just going to do some push cuts. I had Shane back there doing a little directing. I'm hoping he followed me down some. Some of this, right there, I slammed my hand. I was not happy. Some of it is just seeing what the knife can hold. Shane, next time, son, make sure you pan down. Pay attention, old scabber. I need your help here. But that's all right. There we go. It took me a minute to find the damn baton, the beating stick, and we're out back at work. But what I wanted to show here, too, is a little bit the accuracy, right? Everybody that watches this channel knows I just go nuts with the blade. Y'all know I do. I swing hard. I swing for the downs every time. Here's why. You want to know why? I'll tell you the secret. Because I'm not here to fight you and be the guy from, what is it, A Princess Bride, Enrico Montoya. I'm here to draw back and throw that thing straight through your forehead. If you want the truth, there it is. Now right here, you see the grip. At the end of the day, this thing is a blast. It is an absolute monster. I hope I've showed that. It's sharp, it hits hard, it does what it needs to do. Having said that, I'm going to do what I need to do. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives, and the stats are everywhere. That's why on this channel we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Guys, I back the blue. Y'all know it. We talk about it. I don't shove it down your throat. Finally, if you're an addict, like I am, never quit quitting. Well, I love it. Jason, good job. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son. Badass blade, boy.